Yo, people, what's going on? It's the Kitty G on EGTV, and we're back again with another video. How have you guys been? It's been a long time. It feels like I haven't been on doing a transfer video in a while, but this is just a quick little update, a quick little video to talk about the game against Crystal Palace coming up, and to talk about some of the possible transfer news that's going around the circles around Arsenal. So let's get started with the main story that we're going to have to talk about today. We're going to have to talk about Victor Osimhen. If you guys don't know, the Napoli forward has been linked to Arsenal over the past couple of weeks, and there's rumor circulating that Arsenal could be interested in purchasing Victor Osimhen for about, what is it, 90 million pounds? Yes, 90 million pounds. That's what I'm hearing for Victor Osimhen to Arsenal. The reports coming out of Italy are that European giants are furious that 84 million pound target antics this weekend over in Napoli. So he's had some antics this weekend over in Napoli that has pissed off Napoli, and they might be interested in selling the 23-year-old forward, Victor Osimhen. If you guys don't know, Victor Osimhen is a Nigerian football player. He plays for the Super Eagles, and of course, the Super Eagles will not be in the World Cup, but he was part of that team that played against Ghana during the international break. His antics during that time has now pissed off Napoli, and rumor has it that Napoli might be interested in selling him for a mere 90 to 84 million pounds. That is the reports coming out of Italy right now from Gazzetta dello Sport. Let me know, would you guys take Victor Osimhen at Arsenal? Would you take Victor Osimhen at Arsenal? Do you think Victor Osimhen is of the level of an Arsenal striker? Let me know in the comment section right now. I'll go through some of your comments as we go through. It's going to be a quick fire video because I'm going to have to break fast at 7:42, I think, today. But yeah, big up Lenny saying my brother. Big up Brian. How are you? Ianacho. Big up Nathan in the house. How you doing? Henri, what are you doing? What do you think the budget is? We don't know, man. We don't want no Nigeria. Stop it. Yo, you guys are harsh on Victor Osimhen. But yeah, if you guys don't know, Victor Osimhen is one of the striker links that Arsenal have been targeting, and it could be possible that we'd be more serious and interested in him. But yeah, definitely something to talk about. Let me know in the comment section right now. Would you take Victor Osimhen? Do you think Victor Osimhen is of the level for an Arsenal? So I'm just going to put this in the chat right now. Victor Osimhen to Arsenal. Yes or no? And if you're watching on the playback, let me know what you say. Victor Osimhen to Arsenal. Apparently other options that are 60 million, 40 million, 50 million are out there, but Victor Osimhen would be around 85 to 90 million pounds if we were to try to get him. I think that's very expensive. Yes, Thierry Henry, that sounds very expensive in my opinion, and I'm just not sure if we would be interested in getting him for that price. Now, I also want to say Ramadan Kareem to everybody. Ramadan Mubarak. This is what now, the second day of Ramadan? Yes, the second day of Ramadan, April 3rd. Ramadan started yesterday, April 2nd. I will be doing my annual Ramadan stream talking about all the Premier League players that are fasting and that will be practicing during the month of Ramadan. We're going to be going up against Crystal Palace, and they do have some Muslim players also. As you know, Arsenal have some Muslim players recently converted to Islam. We have Thomas Partey, we have Pepe, we have Mohamed El-Neni, Granit Xhaka also is Muslim. So just some of the players that we're going to be discussing today. But before we continue, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's continue to talk about all the things Arsenal. If you guys don't know, Arsenal have also been looking at signing a possible move for what's his name? Dybala. Yes, Dybala. There's been rumors that Arsenal would be interested in signing Dybala. My question to you guys in the chat is, would you be interested in signing Dybala? Would you take Dybala at Arsenal? Do you think Dybala is the level to be playing for an Arsenal team at this moment in time? Of course he is, in my opinion. He's high level. To question his ability is a different thing, but to question if we would be bringing him in and we would be willing to pay the wages that he would cost. Let me know in the chat right now. Would you take a Dybala at Arsenal? The rumor for the Dybala story is the Dybala is leaving Juventus on a free transfer this upcoming season, and he could end up at Arsenal or could end up in the Premier League regardless, because he will be a free agent. The Premier League has the most money, has the ability to sign him. And I think some of the teams that are lining up to sign him are Tottenham, There's Arsenal. You have Chelsea. We're looking at him. There's a lot of teams in Spain, such as Atletico Madrid, also after him. Would it be a good idea to bring in Dybala to Arsenal? That is a question I'll throw to you guys. Let me know in the chat. The rumor has it that Arsenal were one of the options, but it is not strong links. These are just suggestions at this moment in time, possible outcomes to happen. Dybala is a free transfer, and Arsenal are looking for forwards. So this makes sense to a certain degree. But will it happen? I don't know. I think at this moment in time, I have to question if it will happen. I don't know if it will happen. I think it's just presumptive links at this moment in time. I don't know if it's really possible that we will get Dybala. I think if Dybala came, his injury concerns would be the only issue I would have. Everything else, I would be on board. I think he's a really good player. I think anybody questioning Dybala's ability, you got to get your eyes checked out, because his ability is up there with all the best in the world. But yeah, Dybala, that's that with Dybala. Nothing more to really say about Dybala. But let's see what you guys think in the chat right now. Dybala, a free transfer is tempting, but no. Dybala, yeah, as long as he's free, we can offer him up to 250K. Oh, there you go. Would you offer him 250K? That is what I have to ask you guys. Would you be interested in offering him 250K? Interesting. I don't know if I would be willing to offer him 250K. It seems like a lot. It just seems like a lot for a team that currently doesn't offer too much wages. Our highest paid player is what's his name? Our highest paid player currently is Thomas Partey. Yeah. But yeah, let's get into the next story. If you guys haven't heard, William Saliba has had an interview. Yes, William Saliba has had an interview while he was out away from France. What did he talk about? William Saliba was asked about finishing in the Champions League spots with Marseille. He said they definitely want to finish in the Champions League spots, and he would be disappointed if they didn't. William Saliba was also asked about any news about Arsenal. He said he wants to come back to Arsenal, but he doesn't want to be sitting on the bench. He wants to be playing. He wants to be part of the first team squad. He doesn't want to be rotting away in the under 23s. So that's definitely a big thing. Do you see yourself returning to Arsenal? This is what his exact words were when he said, do you see yourself returning to Arsenal? I definitely cannot settle for being on the bench at Arsenal. I'm happy, being happy with it. I would want to be a starter. I do not want to be a rotation. But if I do get into the rotation as a substitute, that would be fine. I would not like to be in the under 23s, never being in the team. There you go. So he does not want to be part of the under 23s. He wants to be starting or at least part of the rotation. He does not want to be one of those players just rotting away in the under 23s. So if he comes back and he doesn't see an opportunity in the first team, I really do believe William Saliba will possibly be leaving this summer. But if we do have a position for him, William Saliba next season, in my opinion, he's going to find a way into that starting 11. He's just so good, making his France debut, playing for Marseille so well. William Saliba is just a world-class potential center back. We cannot lose a center back of this quality. When you see him, he has the physicality and the ability on the ball of a Virgil van Dijk with the potential to reach that level. At the age of 20 years old, playing for France, in my opinion, if we let William Saliba go this summer, it will be the biggest crime in Arsenal that we could commit to our team. With the potential this whole squad has, with the Emil Smith-Rowe's, Bukayo Saka's, Ramsdale's, Ben White's, we have the young midfielders like Lokonga and stuff. We need more quality in this team. And having Ben White and Gabriel is amazing. Love those two. They performed outstanding this year. But in my opinion, William Saliba is generational. He potentially generational. I don't even know how good he's going to be when it comes to playing in the English game. But what he's been doing in France has been amazing. And every single team in world football will be lining up to sign him if we do not hold him down. So we need to hold on to William Saliba. We cannot afford to lose William Saliba. But yeah, big up to everybody in the chat. Hope you guys are doing well. Smash that like button right now. It's absolutely free. Don't forget to do that while you guys are here. Let me know, William Saliba, do you see him lining up next season with Arsenal starting with Ben White or Gabriel? Let me know who you see him starting next to. Because for me, William Saliba, is a staple and he cannot go nowhere. We have to hold on to him any means necessary. Next, moving on to the next thing. Just before we go anywhere else, I want to give you guys a quick update on Djed Spence. Oh, this was a good one. If you guys know, Arsenal have been looking at the right back situation, and there's been rumors that Arsenal will be interested in signing a certain Djed Spence from Nottingham Forest. So we're just gonna move on to that. But let me know what you guys think about William Saliba before we move on the topic. He can he might even force Arsenal to think. Smash the like button and don't forget to subscribe to EGTV right now. Big up to the people. Majority of the people actually watch this on the playback. So shout out to all you guys watching this right now on the playback. Rumors came out that Arsenal are interested in signing Nottingham Forest's Djed Spence during the last couple months ago when we played him. Apparently he would only cost 20 million for him. If we move for him, it would probably cost us around 20 million to sign the player from Nottingham Forest. He's a very, very good young right back. And this would mean we would be upgrading on Tomiyasu when it comes to the attacking end of the pitch. But there's also rumors that he could be ending up to Bayern Munich or Tottenham. Tottenham and Bayern Munich are also looking at Djed Spence. So it could be an opportunity for Arsenal to pip Tottenham to a signing. Or it could be another situation similar to Dybala where we just don't see that we need to buy this player at this moment in time, and we let him go to another, we let him go to the North London rivals in Tottenham, or just let him go to another team. Or you know what, he might not even be sold from Nottingham Forest. They do view him as a very good player. But the story with this was that Nottingham Forest were looking at him and they're saying to themselves, Djed Spence is on Arsenal's radar. Arsenal are definitely looking at him at this moment in time. And this is not a BS rumor. This is a legitimate source coming from the Mirror. The Mirror have reported this on numerous occasions that we're after the player, and that we've been watching and monitoring the player's development throughout the season, and we've been looking at him for a while now. So it's not just out of the blue, in my opinion. So you got to take it a little bit more serious. You can't just look at it from the far and be like, you know what, I don't know if this is the type of player. But for me, we have a young right back coming through in Norton Coffey, and with Coffey possibly developing, currently playing in Lincoln City in League One. If he gets one more, if he gets another loan in the Championship or in the Premier League, maybe then we'll find out if he's ready. And instead of spending 20 million on another right back, we need to focus on the midfield, focus on the striker position, focus on that part of the pitch, in my opinion, before we go and sign a Djed Spence. But I think he's a quality player. Absolutely love him, and I would take him in a heartbeat. But I just don't know if 20 million is ready. 20 million is not so much. I know. I hear you, One Touch TV. I hear you, but I just don't know if we want to spend any money on the right back position at this moment in time, when we need to focus on the striker, midfield, and above. Our defense is solid right now. Let's just focus on the areas in our starting 11 where we need dramatic improvements, rather than the places where we need slight upgrades, if you get what I'm saying. Spence can go to Liverpool. Not a problem. Not a problem. You guys continue to build your super team. I like it. The better when you guys fall and we can take over when Klopp leaves. For now, continue to build your team. Just before we continue to move on, let you guys know some crazy story. If you don't know, Cesc Fabregas once said that Arsenal, when he was leaving, the only people who matched his level were of Van Persie and Samir Nasri. Now, fan favorite and former Arsenal right back who ended up transferring over to Man City recently spoke with Goal. And when he spoke with Goal, he said that he did not, he was very surprised by Cesc Fabregas's comments, and he found it very surprising. These were his words when speaking about when Sagan was speaking. These were the words that he had. 1 second, let me just get the picture so you guys know who I'm talking about. If you don't know who I'm talking about, let me tell you guys. Let me show you guys. This was one of the best right backs in Arsenal's Premier League era or Emirates era, in my opinion, Sagan. And what he said about Cesc, very interesting. Let me just play it. Actually, I can't get the audio, but I can get the written words of what he said. Here we go.
From him I was surprised because he was supposed to be one of the leaders of the team. He was one of the great prospects, and as a leader and a true player, you don't speak like that about your club. So I was surprised because he is a nice guy. He's still a nice guy. This doesn't change anything. But I was kind of surprised. Arsenal made him so saying that some players were not at his level was a bit harsh because I'm not sure out of all the seasons he was playing at the club, he was always an exemplary player. At that time the press was talking about him not running enough or tracking back. So other players could have said, you should be running more or doing more. I don't agree with that statement. It's his opinion and he's right to have an opinion. But we all have good moments and bad moments in our career, and I'm not sure he always had great moments with Arsenal. Yes, he is a great player. He has amazing quality, but maybe some people were expecting more from him.
So there you go. You guys hear that? Hitting back at Cesc Fabregas' comments about the quality in the team when he played at Arsenal, and the fact that he found it very disrespectful and quite surprised by Cesc Fabregas' comments. I think that was very interesting right there. You wouldn't have thought these two would go at each other, but it's a very interesting story. I just thought you might want to hear about that story right there. Very interesting to hear Sagan hit back at Fabregas over that story. It's not really no slander on Cesc ever. He's a cult hero. I hear you, One Touch TV, but Sagan, he has the right to defend himself. If anyone made fun of you and said you were not of the level, the only people that were in the level of me were what do you name? Who do you say? He said Van Persie and Salah were the only. No, Samir Nasri and Van Persie were the only people of his level. Come on, that's very harsh. That's very, very harsh in my opinion. But yeah, let's get into the Crystal Palace preview now. Just before we have to wrap up. Let's just get into the preview before we have to wrap up. Yeah, no, I think it was harsh what he said. I think it was harsh what he said. He very much went in on them very hard. But yeah, Crystal Palace, Arsenal preview. Let's talk about it, people. What are we saying? Crystal Palace, Arsenal. Who are you guys picking to win? What is your choice, or who are your picks to win? Let's give me your picks right now. Let me know who you guys think is going to win as we look at some of the injuries and who could possibly be in or out and missing for this game. The possible players that could be out for Arsenal and the possible players who could be out for Crystal Palace. Now, let's get into it. So, as you guys know, Crystal Palace, they're going to have James McArthur, Nathan Ferguson, Joe Ward, Michael Olise, and Zaha are all either out or doubtful. Where for Arsenal, Bukayo Saka is doubtful, Tomiyasu is doubtful, and Aaron Ramsdale is doubtful. I can tell you guys right now for a fact that Bukayo Saka, Aaron Ramsdale, and Takehiro Tomiyasu are all back in training. Yes, they are all back in training with the first team. I've seen images of them, and I will show you pictures of them right now back in Arsenal training today. Arsenal released the pictures of the training camp today, and who was in the training. You can see Ramsdale was clearly back fit in training. He's not fully ready yet. He's still recovering from his injuries. We are not sure if he's going to play or if he's going to feature with the squad. But Bukayo Saka is fully recovered from COVID, and he will be featuring in the squad in the upcoming game versus Crystal Palace. But when it comes to the more important thing, Takehiro Tomiyasu seems to be back also. Takehiro Tomiyasu has been in and out of the team with some muscular injuries, so it's good to have Tomiyasu back in the team. Of course, Bukayo Saka did not go on international duty due to COVID-19. He seemed to have made a full recovery and back in training with the first team. And Aaron Ramsdale, with his current injury, is going to be out for a little bit longer, most likely going to miss the next game. And in my opinion, I do not think you guys are going to have to worry, because Leno is still a very culpable goalkeeper. Having him in goal for this Crystal Palace game is not that big of a deal in my opinion. He's going to be back in time for some of the big games like Manchester United and Chelsea. For now, he's going to miss this Crystal Palace game. He'll probably be back versus Brighton or Southampton, but most likely Aaron Ramsdale will be out for this game versus Crystal Palace. Big up to the people in the chat. We're saying 2-0 Arsenal, 1-1 draw versus Chelsea. Yes, Mo's going to get cooked today on Vibes from the 6 at 10 o'clock. Stay tuned for Vibes on the 6 at 10 o'clock. No Zaha is crucial for them. Yep, definitely crucial for them. Crystal Palace, guys. There was no Zaha last time, though. Definitely, yeah, there was no Zaha last time, and they still somehow got a 2-2 draw. So very interesting to say the least. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. What are you guys saying for team lineups? What are you guys saying for the team lineups versus Crystal Palace? Who are you guys playing? Because in my opinion, we shouldn't really change the team. The team should be the same team as last time, in my opinion. We should not worry about changing the team. We should not worry about rotating the side too much. We should not worry about mixing it up or mixing up the team too much. In my opinion, the team should stay as it is, as we already had it last time. No changes unless Tomiyasu is ready to come back into the squad. Why change the team? What changes need to be really made? We have Leno. Leno will start because Ramsdale's injured. So you're going to go Leno. You're going to go Leno. You're going to go Ben White. You're going to go Gabriel. First of all, congratulations to Gabriel. His wife just had a newborn baby. So big up to him. But yeah, Gabriel will be in the team with Ben White. Do we really need to even go through it? Because we know the team is going to be pretty much straightforward. Same team as always. You're going to have Ben White and Gabriel, right? You're going to have Tierney starting. There's no question Tierney is going to start, right? You're going to have on the right Cedric for now. Let's be honest, Cedric has been spotless since he came into the team. Cedric has been good. Guys, let me know. Cedric has been amazing, no? Or am I over? You don't want me to gas it too much, in case he falls off again. Thomas Partey in the 8, right? You're gonna have Partey in that 8 spot. You're gonna have Odegaard. You're gonna have Saka in that left midfield role, and you're gonna have Odegaard a little bit more attacking. You're gonna have Odegaard a little bit more attacking, but of course, when it comes to this whole team, there's no question about it. Who's going to be starting in that front three, in my opinion. But I want to know, what are you guys saying? I heard some shouts for Pepe. I heard some shouts for Martinelli to be dropped for Smith Rowe. Who are you guys playing in that front three? Just out of interest to know what you guys think. Who are you guys playing in that front three? Huh? Let me know. Let me know, people, who you guys playing that front three. Because for me, it's it has to be. I have to go with Martinelli. I have to go with Martinelli over. I have to go with Martinelli over Smith Rowe. I just feel like Martinelli deserves to be in that team over Smith Rowe. I would go with Saka. Or on the right, obviously. And is there another option besides Lacazette in striker? So for me, I'm just looking at the team. I'm just thinking who I would go with, and those are the guys that I'm thinking about going with. That's the team that I'm going with, and I'm just gonna show you the team right now. Big up Kosi in the chat. Big up Ian Nacho in the chat. Big up Husam in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat right now. Do me a favor, hit that like button, people. Don't forget to subscribe while you're here. Yeah, so obviously we know Leno's going to be in goal. Leno's going to be in goal. So yeah, so you got Leno in goal, Cedric, Ben White, Tierney. Of course, this is the back five. Midfield is going to be Partey, Odegaard, Xhaka, with Odegaard a little bit more forward than the rest of them. And the front three, I'm going to go with Saka, Laka, and Martinelli. I just think that's going to be the most realistic starting team. I would love to see Smith Rowe get a lot of game time, but I feel like Martinelli has just stamped that authority in these games. That is his position, his defensive contributions, his attacking outlet, his overall intensity that he brings to the game. I just feel like Martinelli gets that little edge over Smith Rowe at this moment in time. Right, just for me at least. I don't know about you guys, but let me know what you guys think. That is my team. And while we're here and we're talking about all these things with injuries and everything else, this team is probably our best 11 at this moment until we get Leno and what do you call it, Tomiyasu. Until Tomiyasu and Ramsdale come back, we're gonna have to play this team. I wouldn't really change it at all. I wouldn't make any changes to this team until our guys come back. But yeah, let's go on to the final take of the final couple of things that we need to talk about. Let's talk about it. Bukayo Saka's contract. Yes, Bukayo Saka's contract. What are we saying? What are we saying about Bukayo Saka's contract, guys? Because I seen a report today that Bukayo Saka is not focused on getting his contract sorted out at this moment in time. He's focused on just playing, getting Arsenal as high up as possible, right? But it looks like Bukayo Saka could be earning up to 120K per week. That is going to be an outstanding outlet for Bukayo, outstanding amount of money for Bukayo Saka. Big upgrade on what he's currently making. As you guys can see right there, the reports out of Sky is Bukayo Saka will be getting 4 times his current wages, but this is going to be expected to have an extension of 5 years on his current contract. So his new contract will have a 5-year extension. So you won't be hearing about any Liverpool links or any links to other clubs. But yeah, so that's the situation with Bukayo Saka and his contract. In my opinion, this is good news. Good news. I'm very happy to hear this. I was never really worried that Bukayo Saka's contract situation. In my opinion, I was always of the mind that the Bukayo Saka contract situation was going to get sorted eventually. That was just my theory. That was just my whole theory when it comes to the whole Bukayo Saka contract situation. But here's another thing. Once a Gooner, always a Gooner. Patrick Vieira recent quotes when talking about Arsenal's form. I'm really pleased to see that them doing well, and I'm happy for Mikel Arteta, and I'm happy for Arsenal Football Club. Patrick Vieira showing once a Gooner, always a Gooner, showing that he still has a soft spot for Arsenal, even though he's going to be facing us as the manager. He also is very happy that we're doing well, heaping praise for Mikel Arteta in one of his interviews and showing that, you know what, these things are really there's been a real improvement in Arsenal's side, and he's very happy with what's been going on at Arsenal. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna have to break fast very, very soon. Let me just go through some of these comments before I wrap up. Quick little 30-minute stream. Big up Hussam in the chat. Big up Blue Viper. Big up yourself, man. You already know what it is. JJ Frost, you already know what it is. No Zaha. Last time also, I know that. Big up Kossi saying a 2-1 Arsenal win. Let me know in the chat what you guys think Arsenal's scoreline is going to be. Cedric deserves to keep his place. There you go. Cedric deserves to keep his place. Cedric has been good, but when Tomiyasu is back, unleash tyranny again. There you go. If Arsenal sign Osimhen, he will turn out to be a Lukaku. Who knows? You never know. People who sign for big money as strikers do tend to flop at Chelsea, though. Yeah, these things happen. What do you call it? I will play Saka, Martinelli, and ESR. Interesting. So take Lacazette out of the team. I don't know if that's going to happen unless Lacazette gets injured. Touch on TV. What about Werner? Once Chelsea bought him, claimed Werner was better than Jota. I don't know. There you go. Anyways, guys, we're going to wrap up here. Shout out to you guys. Vibes from the 6 is going to be out at 10 o'clock. Stay tuned for that. You already know what it is. Have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful day. EGTV, you already know what it is. Bang.